evening, everybody. Welcome to our Europa League press conference ahead of tomorrow's game against Rangers. Take questions from the floor first. I believe there's a microphone. Is there to go around? Do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. Ange, welcome back.
Thank you, man.
How big a game is this for you, coming back here to the stadium and also in the context of the season at the moment?
Yeah, no, it's obviously significant for a couple of reasons. Obviously, when the draw came out, it was the one that was most of interest to me because of, I guess, my history up here. And yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a good game, and also, like I said, in the context of sort of where we are in Europe, important game. I think important game for both clubs. You know, a positive result gets you a good way to getting through the knockout stages. So looking forward to it.
What kind of game are you expecting tomorrow? Like, how highly do you rate this current Rangers team? And you know all about the stadium and the atmosphere here. European nights, it arguably goes up even or not?
Yeah, absolutely, and you've seen that this year as well. You know, but yeah, obviously when I was up here, you know, particularly in my first year, I mean, they made the Europa League final, so I got a pretty clear idea of how you know, how challenging it is to play them here in front of that crowd and the atmosphere, but at the same time exciting. You know, you're looking forward to big games, and I'm sure the players are as well.
Andrew's had a good couple of domestic results recently, but they've tended to be better in European competition than domestic football this season. What have you made of that difference, and as you say, the results in European competition this season?
Yeah, I guess yeah, obviously probably the domestic season hasn't gone as in the league anyway, has gone as well as they would have liked. But you know, you can tell there's still the elements there of quality. They're in the cup final on the weekend, and they've done really well in Europe. So I guess for us, it's a one-off game, and in one-off games, you're always looking at, you know, how teams perform when they're at their best, and at their best they've shown they're still a good outfit, and like I said, a good challenge for us.
Hi, Ange. The atmosphere was referenced there. Is that something you have to warn the players about? You have to fill them in and tell them what to expect, or is it you just expect them to handle these kind of occasions before?
Yeah, it's part of the experience. I mean, we were at, you know, we played Galatasaray last home game, and that was pretty decent atmosphere as well. But again, you want to experience that, and yeah, we've got a young team at the moment, and I think the more we can expose them to games like this, I think the better it'll serve us. You know, moving forward. I mean, if we get through to the knockout rounds, they're the kind of games where there's going to be a pretty hot atmosphere, and you've got to be able to handle all that, and also I think look forward to it because you want to play in big games like that.
And you've not had your problems to seek when it comes to injuries these last few weeks, right through the spine of your team. How are you looking ahead of this one tomorrow?
Yeah, not much better, to be fair. Yeah, we obviously. With the weekend's fallout, you know, Romero and Van der Ven, we're still sort of getting some clarity around their, you know, the prognosis. But yeah, both have sort of picked up injuries that'll keep them out again, and so that's disappointing for us because obviously we're pretty thin on numbers. But we've had to deal with that for quite a while now, and everyone else from the weekend got through okay, and Bentoncourt's obviously available, who's been suspended, so at least we get him back.
I think there was a report in Argentina today to say that Romero could be facing up to 6 weeks on the sidelines after what happened on Sunday. Are you able to clarify?
Yeah, no, yeah. We at the moment, I mean, it's we're still sort of getting more information on both the guys, and I wouldn't put any timeline on it yet.
In terms of the positions of those players, the two centre halves, Bentoncourt being out, your goalkeeper as well, how frustrating is it, how difficult is it for you to deal with when it's the spine of your team as well?
Yeah, it's challenging. I mean, we've obviously also got Ben Davies out, who was, you know, played a big part for us while the other two have been out. So it's no secret we're thin on numbers. We're you know, both squad wise and you know, position wise. But it is what it is. We can't change that. You know, we've got some big games coming up starting tomorrow, and you know, we'll have to deal with it with what we've got, and you know, I'm still very confident we'll be able to get the job done with the players at our disposal.
And just going back to Ibrox, what were your memories here managing when you were the Celtic boss, and what kind of reception are you expecting tomorrow?
I think you know what kind of reception I'll get. I loved it. Yeah, it was different experiences, mixed. You know, I think the first one we were here, we lost, and then next one when we only had sort of 500 or 600 in the building, we won, and that was pretty special. But it's, I've enjoyed all the games against Rangers, all the derbies. They're big games here in Scotland, obviously, and usually very significant games. So they're either title deciders or cup knockouts. So they're always big games, and I enjoyed them all. I enjoy the atmosphere, and like I said, European nights here. It's going to be something that you want to be a part of, and hopefully overcome.
Ange, can I ask you, with Mickey, is it the same hamstring injury again?
It's the same side. Whether it's the same one, obviously we just got to get clarity on sort of whether it's exactly the same spot or a different spot.
Is this the worst injury crisis you've kind of ever faced?
Yeah, by a fair stretch.
I mean, when you've had this 2 seasons in a row as well, do you just see it as bad luck, or do you have to look at all the possible factors?
No, I never think it's just bad luck. Some of it is. I've never lost a goalkeeper for this period of time. I've had other issues that we've had. But some of it is reoccurring, particularly this year in terms of guys coming back and sort of re-injuring. So it is stuff we're looking at, and you're always trying to explore whether we can do things better. I think last year was a bit different from this year. Last year it hit us across the board. This year it's more of a case of guys who are coming back that are more affected. Knock on wood, we've got a core of the group who've been playing a hell of a lot and are getting through it okay. So, but it is something we're trying to address.
After he came off, Romero did an interview where he's backed you as well, which is one side of it, but the other part is he seemed to kind of be asking the hierarchy of the club to kind of look at themselves maybe. What did you make of the comment?
Yeah, look, I think in the context of the day, Christian was really disappointed, obviously, more than disappointed in the fact that, he works hard to get back, and it was a big game for us, he knew that, and for him to have to go off and then watch the team sort of have to feel the pain of another defeat in the manner it happened. He was obviously very emotional. He's a leader in the club. He hasn't been able to help us, and I think it was his way of trying to, as a leader, to help us and the group in saying that, we're going through a tough time, but he believes in what we're doing. And then, the other part of it probably, he went about it sort of the wrong way in terms of, I think he's passionate about having success at the club, and I think the way he probably expressed it was not the right way, particularly in a public sense, because I don't feel, and certainly not my belief, that our kind of challenges at the moment are because of one thing or one person. I don't believe that. I never have believed that. I think whatever we need to do, we have the power to do that, but it'll only happen if we kind of stay united as a group, particularly through difficult times, get through on the other side, and I really believe if you can do that, you come out stronger. And like I said, Christian, he realises what he said. A lot of what he said was good. Some of what he said wasn't right and shouldn't be done in the public. I also believe that these things, we deal with them, within our own sort of four walls, because there's always issues and that we need to deal with. And the same way I wouldn't publicly criticise a player or anyone else, I don't think we should be doing that in the public sense.
And on that note, it's quite rare to hear a player speak like that and just express how you feel about it. Will there be any repercussions for Christian as a result?
Well, again, I just think you deal with these things, internally. I just don't think there's any benefit in us. I know people get really sort of salacious about punishments and stuff. They really love that sort of thing. I think I'm pretty consistent in saying I don't think that that's important. I think what's more important is an understanding of, how we should deal with these things and deal with them better. And I've already spoken to Christian about it, and he's, like I said, he's apologised for the fact that the way he said it, particularly in the public sense, wasn't the right way to go about things. He is a human being. He got emotional, and I think he just expressed what he wanted to express, probably in the wrong way. He does care. I think it would have been easy for him not to say anything. He does care, but like I said, there's a way to do these things and a way to express yourself, and the way he did it wasn't the right way.
And just with Christian, Mickey and Ben Davies,